Welcome to LOC Tactical. This is Nathan, and I got a little video for you today, obviously, hence why I'm recording right now. The video has to do with kit. I apologize, I'm not in my truck today. I have to borrow my wife's SUV, so she is being very grateful for that. But this is my setup for here today as far as vehicles are concerned. What is the point of this video? The point of this video is, yes, you can go and spend all this time buying kit, going and putting money into it, getting it set up the way you think that you want it to be set up, and then you never use it. Or you have used it, but you've only just basically stood there and shot. Well, I mean, I hate to say it. Sorry, it's getting very windy because I think it's about to storm. I hate to say it, but that is not going to be the way that you're going to want to handle your kit. You want to be able to use it and find out if it works for you, and if you want to change some things, then get those things changed. I've actually had to make a few adjustments with mine. I'm not going to go over all that at the moment because that's not necessarily the purpose of the video. So this is my Crye JPC 1.0. I wanted to go with the 1.0 whenever I first got a plate carrier because I didn't think I needed all those extra bells and whistles. Once I actually got the plate carrier, I realized that I should have gone with the 2.0 after I started trying to set it up the way that I wanted it to be set up. So to start with why I wanted the 2.0 over the 1.0 after I got it is because I started changing things out. The 1.0 actually comes with its own mag carrier. So I ended up cutting, I don't know if you can see it from there, but I ended up cutting that mag carrier off so that way I could slip this on. Then I realized, well, in order to get that on, I need some way to fashion a way to hook this up. So then I took there are these little hook and loop straps that I ended up getting that came with this. So I just wrapped them like this, and then took these little hooks, I guess, these hooks, and just looped it right through put it right through the loop. So that's how this is on. I wanted this specifically because of how this works. It puts pressure on these on the mags, so that way they don't go flying out unless you actually are ripping them out. They work very nicely with the time that I've spent working with them. One of my favorite additions to this, well, I can't say it's my favorite addition to this plate carrier. My favorite addition, I think, is the American flag, because without America, really couldn't get a hold of these unless you're in the military, probably. Who knows? So then my belt, it's just, I can't even remember who it's by. It's just like a $30-something belt off of Amazon. It's worked fine so far. I don't like I don't like the back buckle and everything back here because it tends to loosen up sometimes, and I don't like that, so I'm going to try to see if I can rig it so that way it doesn't get loose. Then I only have, for right now, it's all I need. I only have a one pistol and one rifle holder. I plan to try to double up on that later, but I don't need it right now because I'm just a guy running around on the range. So here is my rifle and how I have set it up. I wanted it to be suppressed because I have been just itching to get a suppressor. Love this thing, but 2-point sling, Radian, affordable Sig Romeo, and just a Olight, which I love so far, and I really want to get a chance to use it in some night shooting. But and this is basically a full Aero Precision build, and we got a bad lever, and Radian made its way on here twice. We got the Radian lever and then the Radian throw, 45-degree throw. Love that thing. And but yeah, this is my rifle here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to run it through that. This has not been adjusted. I've not zeroed it. I've not done anything to it between getting from my house to here. So basically, you're going to get to see how my rifle responds from the point of when I left it alone. I think it was last time I fired it was about 2 weeks ago. So from the time that I left this alone, sitting by the side of my bed, bumping it around, picking it up, running drills through the house, you'll get to see if the red dot might have lost its zero, how the gun functions, if something is off on it. I won't know. But every time, something I do recommend though, is every time you get to the range, zero your rifle and go frequently, because a lot can happen in between a range session with your vehicle. Yep, here comes range, getting ready to start. All right, let me go get you set up. I don't have a cameraman, unfortunately, so I got to figure out ways to run my videos without a cameraman. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically run my kit through some form of a little drill. So that way, that's going to require me to get down, get back up, movement, reloads. So that way I can see how my kit responds to this little drill that I'm getting ready to run. And that way y'all can see it as well. And then maybe we can compare notes afterwards in the comment section. Oh, last thing that I forgot to mention. All of this stuff is going to get put into my bag the way I store it. And I'll tell you how I store it. Basically, so that I can quickly deploy it, I actually, let me see, it goes this. I gotta remember how I slide it through. Yeah, this side. All right, this side right here, this is how I store my plate carrier. So I can just slip my body through it this way, and then just grab this corner and throw her in there, and then I'm ready to go. So that's how I store this. And then I actually end up storing my my gun belt like this. Oh, I just store it like this. So that way, if I don't have time to throw this between all the loops, I can treat it just like an old school battle belt. Just throw it around, throw that loop on there, and then throw the buckle. That way it's so much faster if I don't have time to do that. All right. Okay, so I'll show you the bag that I put it in. Here's the bag it goes in. All right, just a simple, it is a tactical looking bag. It's just a little thicker is why I got it. So that way it can handle all that stuff. I'm gonna record this first part. Okay, I got this on. So that way y'all can see how quickly, if I ever needed to. Now, bad guys don't take notes. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's reliable. All right, and that is how quickly I can be able to deploy this, minus the length of time it takes for me to be able to get that down. I'm going to be breaking shots. Well, I got to pick up those targets, but I'm breaking shots on that target on the way to this stand right here, and then I'm going to break off two shots at each position: position 6, position 7, position 3, and then I'm going to break shots on my way across over to those double stacked barrels, and then from there. I'm going to peek those barrels, shoot that target down there that's laying on the ground, run over to here, moving in between with pistol, and then I'm going to try to reload the rifle. All right, let's go. Oh. Ah, come on. I put the hood on. Ah. This is not a good place to reload. Well, we know a part of kit I won't be wearing on a defensive scenario. Let me run that again. Come on. I keep putting the hood back. Okay, so that's one example right there of where I need to work on this. I dropped my gun, and now I got to get down to be able to get behind cover, and I have my pistol out. So if I were to redo that, how would I want to do that? So basically what I do is I'll talk about how I handle things, but you have to remember that a lot of my target audience is not going to be military personnel. And to kind of explain why I say that is the name of the company, yes, it's LOC Tactical. But if you check the bio, it's not all about, it's not like I'm teaching you how to be a Navy SEAL. And every single aspect of it is Navy SEAL. Tactical, I mean in life and in what you do. So whether it's on the range or whether it's in life, you should be tactical in everything. That was the whole point of it. So I don't necessarily know how to tell you from a Navy SEAL standpoint how to approach every scenario. But that right there, I want to ask somebody that actually is a professional how they would go if breaking off shots. So if they now have to drop, do they just let the gun eat it, or do they try to grab it out of the way? Like, do they drop a hand and maybe kind of like this? I'm going bam, 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 and then so moving to cover still. Keep that covered. So if this is my only thing, they're down, and I know that they're down, or they're struggling, so I could switch to this. But if I've switched to this, I won't have any ammo in it, so I'd have to take care of a reload. So it would be so I'd have to just fix the reload behind there. But yeah, if you're military and you're watching this, or if you're law enforcement and you're watching this, if you have no ammo and your gun is not fully cinched to your body because you had to transfer to this your secondary, how would you handle that? Would you just let the gun bite the dust as you're coming down? What would you do? I don't think I've had any problems with movement with my plate carrier. I haven't had any issues with accessing any of my mags. The one thing though that I may have to consider doing is getting rid of this hood, or trying to find a hood made for this, because I'm wondering if when I bought this hood, even though they said it works with the Acro, because watch, if I'm fine here, but the moment I put this hood on, I can't get it out. So maybe I need to Dremel this a little bit or sand it or something, but it will not allow it to come out if that's there. So I have to, that's something that could be a potential hazard, which just made itself known on the range. So here are the notes from this. Understand what your kit does and why it does it, because if you're ever going to have to use it, there's going to be little quirks. I found one of the quirks right here that I'm going to have to pay attention to, try to figure out. And then another little quirk is more movement related and how you would handle different movements. But whenever I'm out of ammo, I switch to my secondary. And now, now that I switch to my secondary, do I just continue breaking shots as I'm moving to cover and dropping? Or is that just not a realistic scenario? That, you're moving from spot to spot, and now this gun goes down, and so I have to deploy secondary. Or do I, if I'm by myself, by the way, too. So I'd be interested to know. I may actually see if I can reach out to somebody who'd be willing to talk to me. But okay, well, let's do this. this is what my shooting looks like when I'm on the move. Out of the 3 runs that I did, we obviously can see we got 9 mil, 9 mil, 9 mil, 9 mil, 9 mil, 9 mil, 9 mil. I like that. It's all Charlies, and most of it is alpha. Most of it's alpha. But yeah, this guy got hit in the pelvis a little bit, got hit up in the chest a little bit, got quite a few shots closer to center of mass with some, hitting his side and stuff. All right, and this guy was a little further away, and I did not shoot as much at him. But let's see what we got. Ooh, this is another thing. Let me see, make sure you can see that. Right, sorry about this. This round tumbled. So I don't know why that round tumbled like that. I'm hoping it's not like a baffle strike or something. So I'll check that out. But anyways, the rest of it looks real good. A lot of center mass shots with some deviations. These are going to probably be from the ones when I was peeking out and shooting from behind cover as quickly, semi-quickly as possible. And then probably threw a few shots. These are all on the move, basically. All these 9 mil shots. But yes, that's what it looks like. The whole point of the video is make sure you know what your kit does. Make sure that you understand your kit. Practice with your kit. All right, well, I hope you all had a great time watching the video. I understand if you got bored. It's okay. I forgive you. If you did enjoy the video, if you wouldn't mind, comment that you hated it. If you hated it, you can comment that you liked it. Psych. And if you wouldn't mind, like the video, share it. It helps it be able to grow. That's the whole point of this, again, is to get it out there for people to be able to know how to handle firearms and stuff like that. It does me no good just to make videos for the fun of it. So if y'all don't mind sharing it, liking, subscribing if you did like it, that way we can get more of this information out there. Yes, there are better people out there that can talk a whole lot more than I can and are able to get more videos up faster than I can to help y'all out more. But enough, talking trash about my channel. I appreciate it. And y'all have a great day, and I'll see y'all later.